Hey there, it's Danielle Burnock from DanielleBurnock.com. Love yourself from Survive to Thrive. That lady on the internet who loves you. And I want to talk to you today about how to love and be loved. This came up to me today because I am rereading a book I read a long time ago. This one is called Keep Your Love On by Danny Silk. I just finished, I'm at the beginning of it, I'd read it once before, and I just got to the part where he talks about the 5 love languages. And I remember reading the book by Gary Chapman years ago, The 5 Love Languages. But I struggled. I had a hard time with them. I understood the 5 of them. There's the physical touch, gifts, words of encouragement, acts of service, and quality time. I struggled and struggled and struggled. I took that test over and over and over again because every test gave me a result that was almost. It didn't ever really fit. And before I wanted to come on here and talk to you, I went to look for that book, The 5 Love Languages, and I don't have it anymore. And I thought to myself, why don't I have that book anymore? I think it's because when I read the book, I struggled to understand the 5 love languages. I couldn't put one on me in a solid way. And that was upsetting to me, so I probably got upset with the book and got rid of it. But then I read a different book by Danny Silk called Loving Our Kids on Purpose. In this book, he talked about the 5 love languages in a different way. He elaborated on them in a way that I found myself. I found where I fit. I found my love language. And I also found why I had struggled to own that love language. My primary love language is acts of service. And I struggled to own that because of trauma, a trauma response deeply rooted in me that I had been told I was selfish and I felt I had no value. So having the love language of acts of service I felt was controlling. It was trying to manipulate people. I'd had people trying to manipulate me. So I pulled away from that whole acts of servicing. I'm not trying to make anybody do anything. And he explained it in a different way. And I looked at my life. I saw the different places where it applied. One example, I have time in this rocking chair for my quiet time, and on Saturdays is a special day. My husband and I, we sleep in and we have longer quiet time. We have coffee. And I remember this one particular Saturday, he came up to say good morning to me because I get up earlier than he does. And my coffee cup was empty. And he picked it up, he left the room, and brought me back a cup of coffee. And that touched me so deeply. That's an act of service. It doesn't mean someone builds a house for you or they rake your lawn, but it could be that. It doesn't have to be some big overt thing. It's someone doing something for you. It's a demonstration of their love in an act that they do. I love all of the love languages. I want them all. But that's my primary one. And I want to put it to you, do you struggle with those love languages? Maybe you've never even heard of them. If you have never heard of them, I encourage you to get the book, The 5 Love Languages, or get this one because it explains it better, Loving Our Kids on Purpose. If you have children or grandchildren, I highly recommend that book also. Because understanding how we receive love, we feel loved. You know, what is it that makes you feel like someone loves you? That's your love language. And then to give love is to know what makes someone else feel loved. Because if we give to someone else what makes us feel loved, that might not make them feel loved. That they might completely miss it. It might irritate them. It won't hit home. So knowing how to speak to one another, I had done an article on my blog, danielleburnock.com, about the love languages called How to Love Well, and it elaborates on them a little bit also. You can do that. That's quicker, doesn't cost any money. You can go over to there, do a little search on my website and find that out and see how that applies to you. There's examples and things like that. Also to help you so you can receive love and you can give love better, so your relationships will be better, because love is the foundation of what we need. And I love you. I want your relationships to thrive. I want you to feel loved. I come on here and say that. That's a word of encouragement, coming on every day, or not every day, coming on real often as an act of service to do these. And I want you to feel loved. And this is time. I'm hoping that what I do, I touch on all those things, giving things at my website. Those are gifts to give to you so you will feel loved. And when you feel loved, it's easier to pull out of your love tank and to give to someone else. So until next time, I'm Danielle Burnock from danielleburnock.com. Love yourself from Survive to Thrive, that lady on the internet who loves you. Mwah.